Okay, this is another update because stuff is currently happening right now in regards to the Latin American Cup. So I figured that I would give y'all an update. Luis Cha has touched down in Peru, and he's been telling me information. He touched down yesterday, so I'm going to give you a brief overview of what he's told me yesterday, and then we're going to discuss this in regards to other stuff that's going on, so that I can hopefully counter quote-unquote prevailing belief, a prevailing ignorant belief, I might add, out there about people in regards to myself. And I'm going to say very ignorant, because I say very ignorant because people have not taken the time to actually do the research to see if they were completely correct. So okay, first off, let's start with, let's backtrack. Let's start with Ismael, or Zeus. As I said on the end of the other video, he could not make it because he couldn't get his passport. Basically, he lost his voter's registration card, and that in Mexico, that is needed to be able to apply for a passport. So he lost that. He couldn't get a passport. And I want to make sure everyone knows this, because I don't want anyone saying it's Dark Geese's fault Ismael didn't come. I want to make that very clear. It is not my fault that he lost his particular thing, or his registration card. It is not my fault that he didn't get his passport. I told him he's had 4 months to get his passport. I made it very clear to him. I was ready to purchase his ticket. We've been in communication for a long time about this. I've told him I needed this information from him. You know, he seemed to kind of put it off for time to time. And, it's just kind of the karma for that. So I hope he will take this to heart and learn from it. And the next time we do this next year, when it's bigger, and it's Argentina versus Chile versus Brazil versus Mexico versus Peru, when it's all that, then he'll have his act together, because he will remember the pain, and he'll remember the quote-unquote bought sense, or the hard-learned lesson from taking it for granted this particular time. So that's what's going on with Ismael. Now, I want to talk to you about Luis Cha. He touched down yesterday, and they were supposed to, him and Jockride were supposed to play a money match yesterday. But he said that the sticks weren't ready, and there's a lot of stuff that they had to fix. So he said they're going to postpone that to today. I will keep you posted on the updates of what happens in regards to that particular money match. But I will say this also, Luis Cha is impressed by the skill level of the Peruvians there. He said he thinks the Peruvians possibly can defeat, or they have the capability to defeat Andres and Bart. That is what he said. He posted it on his Facebook even. So he is impressed by the skill level of that. So now, with that, so he's going to play him tomorrow, or today actually. He's going to upload me some casual matches that he got recorded from yesterday. And he's going to get me the matches from the money match as much as possible, day by day by day, until the arrival of the Mexican players on the 9th. And then everything will officially begin the 10th. Now, taking all that aside, I'm going to comment on something that has bothered me for a little bit of some time. And I'm going to tell people about that in relation to, and I'm going to let them know about stuff that they don't know about. Basically, I have been accused of sleeping with the Mexicans, and it's been accused. I let the Mexicans have slack, and I only just want the Mexicans to win. I've been accused of all this by a lot of ignorant people that do not know what they're talking about. And I'm going to say that very ignorantly, and I'm upset about it, because this again shows the very type of mentality that I am trying to fight against. First off, guys, I'm going to comment to the Mexican players. Take this to heart, because this is again what I'm talking about. Let's fast forward go back to war zone. Because of the status of the Japanese and everything, everyone took the Mexican players for granted, due to the fact that, they don't look like they're all that on videos, and they don't look like they're all that on GGPO. You remember all that? Oh, you do. I've talked about it a lot. So the Japanese took them for granted, basically, and then we see what happened because of that. You can even hear it in Hummer's comments, guys, from his interview. He said it in so many words. He thought that the Japanese were the best in the world. That's what he thought. Whenever he heard that Bata lost, he thought the Japanese were the best in the world. But, so now he has to revisit that. Maybe they may not be. Maybe not. Maybe not so much the best in the world. He's seeing their skill in Mexico. So the Japanese took the Mexicans for granted. We see what happens, guys. They've learned not to take Mexico for granted. Now, to you Mexican players, with what I've seen on Facebook, and that I'm very sure a lot of you people that have pigeonholed me as being so much of a favorite for Mexicans do not know, is that I'm going to say this. You Mexican players have also been taking it, or basically underestimating the skill level of these Peruvians. And I'm going to say likewise, a lot of you Peruvians have been underestimating the skill of the Mexicans. But let's first start with the Mexicans, so these people don't think I am just super gung-ho. Mexico, don't see anything bad with Mexico. Let's start there. Mexico, I have seen what you guys have been saying on Facebook, and I am all for respecting other countries. It's for the fact that especially if you've never played them, if you've never gone there, guys, and played against these people, as I said in the previous video, how can you comment on the skill level out there? You guys can't comment about the skill level on the rest of the United States unless you travel to these parts of the United States. People like Oscar can, because they have. With Mexico, you really can't comment on the skill level of Peru because you haven't gone there. You can't sit here and watch match videos. I even see it in the interview with Clavi. You can't sit here and watch match videos and say, Peru, well, they don't look like they're all that good. Or they're good, but they don't look like that strong. You can't do that. I've even been talking to people like Ticharata online, on Skype, telling him the same thing. He was shocked when he heard that Luis Cha said it's possible that the Peruvians could win. I was not. Why? Because again, what I've been telling you all is the reason I'm doing all this is to educate people that there is skill around the world. It isn't limited to just one region. How many times do I have to tell you people that before you understand what I'm getting? You're getting bogged down by just what I'm seeing in one area and using the Mexico versus Japan argument to illustrate that you fail to see the entirety of my argument. I am saying, as I'm saying right now, Mexico has been underestimating the skill of these Peruvians. You can check on the Facebook a lot of them, and they're already giving Mexico the victory. They're going to get it. Yeah, we're going to get it. Mexico wins. Mexico's going to win. No one is saying Peru's going to win. Matter of fact, they're even saying the argument Peru's going to use when they lose is that Salado didn't play. Or the argument the Brazilians are going to say is that Buchecha didn't play. They may not even need Salado. And they may not even need Buchecha. As you guys are clearly seeing, they're bringing their A game. It's like, again, look, Mexico, listen to me. Listen to me. When you guys heard about the Japanese player came, because the Japanese have gotten so much hype from being favorites, you guys are like the little man on a totem pole. You guys are pumped up because, oh, here's my chance to show the world how good we are. That's what you knew it as. Because the Japanese are the favorites. Everyone's giving it the victory to them. Easy, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Same thing here, guys. Everyone's giving Mexico the victory because of what happened with the Japanese stuff. Everyone's prematurely giving Mexico the victory. And now we're seeing that may be another hasty generalization. Because the Peruvians came to play. And that's what Luis Cha has said. The Peruvians came to play. So you need to not underestimate them. And I'm going to say again, guys, if you do underestimate them, if Peru wins, I'm going to say, hey, this is what you guys get for prematurely saying that someone's going to win. And people ask me who I think is going to win, etc. I tell them this stuff. I'm like, man, you don't know, dude. I'm like, sure, Mexico could win. Kula could be better than everyone. Sure, but we don't know. We don't know. This is why I'm doing it in the first place. So now, hopefully, you all can see my point of view in regards to this. It's not necessarily, well, I'm just going to stick with Mexico. You think I'm Mexican-centric like you might think someone else is Asia-centric. No. Do your proper research. Understand that a lot of stuff that you don't see even me talking and telling Mexican players ways to change their style. Me talking to people like Kula, Armando, all these other people. I do a lot of talking behind closed doors where you guys can't see it. So please don't jump to conclusions about me based off only what you can see. Don't jump to conclusions about Mexico based off only what you can see on videos. Don't jump on conclusions based off Dark Geese based off only what you can see on the forum, the videos, etc. Don't jump on conclusions, Mexico, on Peru, based off what you can only see on the videos on GGPO. Don't jump to conclusions based off Brazil, or on Brazil based off what you can only see on Mac videos and GGPO. Don't do that. I've cautioned you against that. That mentality is why I've started this in the first place with whole Japan, or saying that there are people saying Mexican players don't look as good just because of Mac videos and GGPO. That is not a valid argument. And y'all seeing that in so many different ways right now. It's coming back to haunt you. Again, my message is getting delivered, guys. You can't judge and say someone's going to win if you've never been to a place. If you can't say that until it happens. Now, if you would have played the Peruvians and gone there, and then, you know, you would have a lot more argument. Like, I have a stronger argument about the skill level of the United States. Now, I'm not saying I am the authority in regards to the United States, but I am saying I am qualified, I feel, to talk about that matter. But I am not the expert. Again, it's hard. You can't be the expert in regards to, because there's so much stuff you don't know. But I feel like I know enough about the skill level of the United States to comment on that level, because I have gone to these different places. Again, I have traveled to these different places. So as Mexico is seeing right now from people that are actually in Peru, maybe your predictions may have been a little too premature. But of course we will see. But again, this is a stern caution to all of you that you cannot jump the gun on anything until like that if it's never happened before. Now, once it happens this year, then people can start, you know, yeah, they'll start siding with who they think's going to win based off evidence. But until then, you can't do that, guys. That's basically what I want to say. And you can see I'm fired up because I know there are a lot of you out there that have accused me of sucking the Mexican's dick. And that's what I'm going to tell you right now. That is not the case. And I'm going to say, and I say this angrily right now, because that is your ignorance and your failure to do proper research about myself that is now coming to bite you in the ass. And that's what I'm saying right now. So please take my lesson to heart, learn from it, and let's all move forward with this tournament. Thank you. Peace.